Hey YouTube, it's G coming to you on a lovely Wednesday morning. As you can tell, I'm in my car. I'm not going to look down very often because I didn't want to wreck. Anyway, just wanted to get on here this morning. Yesterday, we had a big event that we put on at our local newspaper, and we were asked to dress appropriately, to dress up. So I took out a dress and put it on, and I felt sexy, and I felt really, really good in it. And typically I don't like to wear dresses because I think they make me look like a cow. But I put the dress on, and I really felt good in it. Went by to see my husband, who thought I looked amazing in it. But the best thing happened ever. One of his ex-employees that didn't really say just a whole lot ever, he was like, wow. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to a function. And he said, well, you're definitely functioning in that. So it gave me, I was like smiling when I got in my car and left. It was great to have that kind of comment from someone, because it doesn't happen very often. But now I find myself, people are just like today, what I wore basically was in 22, 24 size clothing, 3X shirts, and the shirt that I'm wearing today is a 1X, yay! So it's really, really exciting to get those non-scale victories, someone saying that you look really good, or your clothes, getting smaller clothes. Those are all really good non-scale victory things. Because a lot of times as scaleaholics, as I've said before, I get up, I weigh in the morning. If I get up in the middle of the night, it's crazy, y'all. I am totally a scaleaholic. It's ridiculous. I'll get up in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom, and I can't pass it. I can't pass that scale. It's like an alcoholic to alcohol. My scale is my addiction, and maybe that's just because when we're losing this weight on our journey, it's all about the scale, and so I have to scale back, no pun intended, and say, you know what, it's about those non-scale victories too. It's about the fact that I don't have to go to the side to click my seatbelt anymore. It just goes right on over, and I don't have to try to get underneath my fat butt or my fat outer thigh or whatever. And it's about the fact that now my clothes are fitting me looser. I'm getting rid of clothes. I suggest to everyone out there, and I think it's so vital to our success, is that when something starts fitting me extremely baggy, guess what? Poof, it's gone. It's out of my house, because I will never, ever be back into that size clothing again. So we have a really awesome thing here where I live that someone had started that's an online yard sale on Facebook, and there's like 10,000 members. So I started posting my clothes, and people are going like crazy nutso over my clothes because I have nice big girl clothing. Selling shirts for 10 or 15 bucks a pop. Gonna take that money and go buy me some new stuff. And also, that's a good place for me to look for smaller clothing without having to buy retail right now until I get down into the size that I'm gonna be. So anyway, that's really exciting. I started last Monday, not this past Monday, the Monday before was my last time to work out, which was bad, so bad, so bad. But so yesterday I got back on that horse and rode it for 1.5 miles is what I did yesterday, and did my weightlifting and stuff, and I felt so good after having it done. It's so hard once you stop a routine to want to get back into the routine. So, get back on that horse as soon as you can, or get back on the wagon, or whatever you want to call it. Another thing that I suck at is this right here, water. It plagues me every day. Plagues me. Because I hate water. I hate it. But these are little, I have found something for myself. It's a mental game. But these are 10 ounces. Because a lot of times when I get like, my favorite water is like Dasani. Is my favorite. And I haven't found them in like the little bottles. But I find I can drink more water if I have just the little bottles than I can if it's like 3 of the 16 ounces. Go figure. I don't know. Maybe it's a mental thing with me. Of course, I'm mental. If you knew me personally, you'd know I'm totally mental. So anyway, I am headed. I work on the road for my job, of course. I'm outside sales. So I'm headed to do my job, and for my lunch hour today, I will be going and getting a fill. Yay! So today is not only Porch Poker Wednesday, but it's also Liquid Wednesday, because today, after I get my fill, and plus in the mornings when I know I'm getting a fill, this is what I do. That morning I have a protein shake, because usually I get my fills at 9 or 10 o'clock. This morning happens to be 10. And I typically, when I drive out of town, I usually don't take a lunch hour anyway, so it makes it perfect. So what I do is in the mornings that I'm going to have my fill day is I will drink a protein shake, which I did today, which was like 26 grams of protein. And then this evening I will have Unjuri has a wonderful protein chicken broth that is actually really, really good. It kind of reminds me of, you know, like the ramen noodles chicken flavor. It kind of reminds me of that type of chicken flavor. So it's really good. And if you've never gotten it, go on. I think it's unjury.com, UNJURY.com. Order it. It's there in a few days. And you can also order just like single packs if you just want to try it out. So I got one of everything that they have the other day. I knew I liked the chicken broth, so I went ahead and bought, you know, a big canister of it, and it comes in like a can. It's got like 17 portions in it, and I think it was like $18 or something. I don't know. So it equals out to about $1 something per bowl. Really super good, and I have used it like if I've had other type of soups, like potato soup. I've actually added a scoop of that into there to give it a little bit more protein. But anyway, that's a really good option. I just really tried to, the first 2 days, to really take it easy. Going in for my fill today, I have a 14cc band. I'm at 6 cc's right now. I don't know what she's going to want to put in. I'm going to suggest putting in 2, so I'm at 8. Not sure what they will want to do. But I do have a question, and if you're watching this, and if you have a 14cc band, and if you are further along than I am, when did you feel restriction? I don't know if I have felt restriction, because I can pretty much eat. I could eat more than what I'm currently eating. When I have my first indicator that maybe I'm getting full, and I think it's an indicator, is I will burp. And once I burp, I put down the fork. Because I've went over the one burp limit, and went to 2 or 3, and then I've felt pretty miserable. So I think burping for me is signals, hey, you're good. And usually by the time I burp, if you really listen to your body, you're typically not hungry anymore. So I've gotten really, really a lot better. I do really well actually on not drinking while I'm eating. Try to wait 30 minutes after I eat. But I'd really be interested if someone out there has the same size band as me. Where were you at in your feel that you felt restriction? I'm hoping, I would like to maybe today be the magic bullet, and that's where it'll, but who knows, this journey's crazy for everybody. It's different, and I realize that. But I've had people ask me, well, I had a friend who had it, and she was vomiting all the time, and she was this, and she was that, and she couldn't keep food down, and whatever. And I usually tell people, I don't know her situation personally or their situation, if it's a guy. But I do know for me, I'm 12 weeks out. It'll be 13 weeks Friday post-op. And I have not vomited, not slimed, not PB'd. I've done none of that. Now, will it change? Possibly. I hope not. Because if you watched any of my other videos, I've got some angst about things like that. But, I make sure the things that I follow to a T is I cut my food into small bites, because if your food is cut into smaller bites, you are less likely to take a bigger piece. And so I chew really good, and I know this is like totally TMI, so I'm sorry for anyone with queasy stomachs. But usually I'll take a bite of that smaller bite, and as soon as it's really like in mush, I'll usually swish it back around my mouth or do a last minute spin cycle on it, if you will, and then swallow. It's worked out really well for me, so that's what I'll continue to do. I don't eat breads, I don't eat pasta, I don't eat rice, I don't drink anything with carbonation. Someone last night, Banded Wendy, had started a Facebook page, which, by the way, if you're watching Wendy, awesome, I love it. And it's all so positive, which I love, and everyone's there to help each other and stuff. But, my doctor, no straws. And any time that I've forgotten, or I think, oh, I can drink a straw, what happens if I drink from a straw for, like, if I drink like a tea from McDonald's or something out of a straw, if anything I eat the rest of that day, it kind of hurts. So if you're drinking from a straw and no one's told you not to, and you hurt when you eat, chances are it's the straw and it's the air and all that good jazz that goes along with it. So anyway, really excited about going to get my fill today. Excited about my work day. Gonna go see some people. Rocking a new outfit today that I think makes me look really, really thin, or thinner. So I'm really excited about today, and I just wanted to come on and ask the question, if you've got my size band, where did you feel restriction? Where are you at on your journey? I always like to follow people who are like really in close sync with me. I know with like Banded Wendy and Sky Moon, I have tried to follow theirs along the same path that I'm on to see like what they were feeling then and stuff. So anyway, if you have any questions, have any comments, I really appreciate them. Everyone who follows me, appreciate your support, your words of encouragement. It's all about this journey, and it's all about us being connected as a family out there, because we're the only ones that know what we're going through. So from Arkansas with love y'all. Bye.